Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Eskow.
Jeff Eskow.
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome one and all to Sports World Radio. That's right, we are live. How's everybody doing? Glad you could all be here. We're going to have lots and lots of fun tonight. That's right, I am the host, Jeff Escow. Jam-packed show for you guys tonight. Super jam-packed show. I'll get all the particulars out of the way, then we'll bring in the co-host, and we'll bring Nicholas in, and we'll have some fun. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to the show. If you want to hang out with us in our chat room, we're hanging out over at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Head on over there. If you don't have an account, get one. It's free. Get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. Become a follower of Sports World Radio, and you'll never, ever miss an episode of Sports World Radio. Once you get over there and you see the board come up at the bottom, click the heart. Right next to the heart is the bubble. Click open the bubble and start chatting away and asking us questions. If you don't want to go do all that crap, give us a call at 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715. Also follow us over there at Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. And like our Facebook page at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Now, with all the particulars out of the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in that co-host of ours, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, you rat bastard, you?
Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio on this Monday, October 6, 2014, 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:06 p.m. on the West. Weather right now, 77 degrees and very warm. How are you, Jeff, and how's the weather out there in San Diego? Duh, it's probably a stupid question, but it's probably sunny in San Diego.
What the hell are you asking me for? It's beautiful, sunny San Diego. How many times I say it every single day, the same thing, day in and day out. It's got to be at least 90, 95 out here right now. The sun is out. It's beautiful. You know what? The sun is out, but it's a little grayish in the sky, but the sun is out, so what the hell? How about,
exactly.
You know? And also joining us in the first hour here on Sports World Radio, like he does each and every Monday, is our good friend Nicholas Spiva, otherwise known as Nicholas Totoro. And Nick, I just finished, because every day from 1 to 3 o'clock, right before the show, every day, for 2 hours, I get to watch Blue Bloods, and I just finished watching a Blue Bloods episode with my good friend Nicholas Totoro in it.
Was I good in this one?
You were good in that one, buddy.
Ah, great. I put in a lot of hard work. I took off this past weekend in the live show or the news show, but I work hard for those, and take a little break now.
That was a good show. That was the bomb scare episode. That was a good show. You made Jamie Reagan tackle a guy in a wiener suit standing out there trying to get people to go into the restaurant, and he tackled him, and all his drugs came out. So good job, dude.
I have to be hard on that guy. He's don't go easy on the commissioner's kid.
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing good, man. I'm recovering from a great weekend of football, college football. I know you guys don't watch it, but man, there's a great weekend for college football. Then followed up with a great weekend of NFL football. Man, I'm tired now.
How's the weather out there?
It's nice. It's about 80.
In Oklahoma.
80 to 84 degrees.
Oklahoma, right?
Yeah. Oklahoma City.
So we got the Oklahoma, California, Idaho connection going on today. And
it's nice out here.
Right? And we got the producer of the show in the chat room, and he's the Chicago connection. So we got almost all the bases covered. Almost.
And we have the California connection.
Yeah,
and, of course, the Kentucky connection with Browning here.
Yeah, well, screw the Kentucky connection. It's probably already cold. Hey, Josh, is it already cold and starting to get cold in Chicago? Okay, I got a quick announcement to make. A couple of you guys know this. Before we get started, it is Monday. A couple of you guys know this. I haven't told everybody else. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag because it's a little less than a month away. Next month, November 5th through the 13th, there will be no Sports World Radio. I'm going on vacation. How about that, Nicholas?
Man, you pulling the Josh on us?
No, pulling a Josh.
Sean?
I'm pulling a Sean on you.
Hey, leave me out of it.
Josh said it to us. It's Sean.
Earning the
I'm
vacation.
I'm going on vacation. My high school is having their 30-year class reunion. How about that, Nicholas?
30 years. That's
30
almost as old
years.
as I am.
I've been out of high school for 30 years. They're having their 30-year class reunion on November 8th. So I'm heading to New York, my old stomping grounds where I was born and raised.
You going to a Giants game?
No, Jets will be in town. So there's no way in hell I'm going to a game.
Oh, Jets. Yeah.
The
Who are they playing?
I don't know, but they'll be in town that week. Somebody might ask me to go. If they ask me to go, I might go. But it depends because the party's November 8th and the game's on the 9th, and I might have a serious hangover. I might not be going anywhere. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be gone from the 5th to the 13th.
Oh, it's Pittsburgh. You're not going to go to that game.
No, I'm not going to go. Well, I might go to that game and root for the Jets and hope the Jets win, just to piss freaking Wes off.
Pittsburgh, wow.
There will be a show November 14th and from 15th and then there on out. So we'll miss the 5th through the 13th, boys and girls. Just a little program note to let everybody know. The Jeff man is going on vacation for the first time in how many years, Sean?
Can't remember.
That's right. Exactly. That's exactly right. Good answer. I don't know. I can't remember. You know why? Because in the 10 years I've been doing this show, you know how many vacations I've taken?
What?
2.
2.
2.
Uh-huh.
2. And you want to know what? The second one's coming up in November. How about that?
Well, good to get away for a while.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm going to take a little vacay, go see my old stomping grounds, go check out my old house where I grew up and all that good stuff. See some old people, see some people I haven't seen in 30-plus years. I was talking to one of my high school girlfriends the other day on Facebook Messenger because she's heading out there too. And I asked her, I said, well, when was the last time we seen each other? She goes, 1984.
Jeez.
How about
Wow.
that? 1984. I haven't seen some of these people since 1981. It's going to be fun to see some of these people, so I'm taking a little vacay. I think I deserve it.
Sure. Oh, yeah, you've earned it.
And I'm going to take it. So we're going to have a fun month this month and a fun beginning of November, and then I'm going to go away for a little bit, and then I'll be back. I'm going to go away for a little bit, taking a little vacay. We're going to have some fun doing that, you know?
Gentlemen, this
Let's
is
go,
a sports
buddy.
show, and
That's
we've got
right.
a lot of stuff to get to at 12 minutes after the hour. The first topic of the day, yesterday I watched this game. The Houston Texans played the Dallas Cowboys, and Nick, congratulations. This was a game that you probably thought was going to be blowing, and the Cowboys are able to hang on. And Skip Bayless today made an announcement. He came out today and said, with the way the Cowboys are playing, that Dallas Cowboys will win the NFC East
Of course
division.
he is. Is he saying that they're going to be representing the NFC East in the Super Bowl?
He probably would say that. All I know is that he said that today, that Skip Bayless came out and said that the Dallas Cowboys will win the NFC East division because he thinks they have enough to win it all.
I can't stand him. I hope he's freaking dead wrong.
Nick, I was thinking of you yesterday. I was like, oh, Nick's got to be shaking his head. 'Cause it was 17-7 Dallas. They kicked the field goal, the Texans did. Then the Texans tied it. You must have been thinking, oh, here we go again. They're going to choke and lose.
Sean, according to Nicholas, they're going to be 8-8. So if they're 4-1 now, they got some losing to do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Skip Bayless will be eating his words big
Exactly.
time.
And I trust Nicholas more than I trust Skip Bayless.
I always say that I start with Cowboys at least 8 days before the season and then see how they play. Yeah, they have an improved offensive line, which is really helpful. I mean, DeMarco Murray running for 100 yards, 5th game in a row. Let's up there with what O.J. Simpson and Jim Brown.
I'll tell you
the
something.
Start of the season.
I'll tell you something, Nicholas. They got a pretty damn good offensive line. I'll give him that.
DeMarco Murray, he had a big game for Dallas. You want to know his rushing yards, Nick? He rushed for 136 yards yesterday. Tony Romo had a very good game for Dallas. He was 28 of 41, threw for 324 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. One thing I did observe from this game before we go to the first commercial break is Dallas did a bad thing, and that was clock management.
Yeah,
they got hit with the delay of game 5-yard penalty, and then they got hit with some bad penalties toward the end. If I'm Jason Garrett, I sit down with the Cowboys and say, hey, you can't be doing that, especially regular season games.
You know what else they got hit with? You know what else they did a very, very bad thing of?
What?
Selling tickets to all those Houston fans.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot
ridiculous.
of Houston fans. Yeah, a lot of Houston fans. Nick, what did you think of that?
It doesn't surprise me. It's frustrating, but Troy Aikman came out at the beginning of the season and said it's in Dallas. It's more of a social event than true diehard fans, and he even said that back when they were winning Super Bowls in the '90s.
Yeah.
We lose him? You there, Nicholas?
Nick?
Oh, looks like we lost him.
Hello?
Oh, there you are. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we lost you for a second. Finish up
Oh,
what you were
sorry.
saying.
I was just saying that Troy Aikman said it's more of a social event. He even said that back when they were winning Super Bowls in the '90s that the Cowboy fans were like a social event more than diehard fans. So if they're winning Super Bowls and people only even care, then sure they're going to do that now in a bigger stadium, sell these tickets for hundreds of dollars. It's just ridiculous.
How about being a home team and having to use the silent count?
Exactly, that's pathetic. But you know how much those tickets cost? You get tickets in the lower bowl for $500, $600 a seat. So sure, they're going to sell their tickets if they want the money. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't do it, but
Tony Romo's quarterback rating yesterday was a 98.
Finally, maybe he's starting to show up like Tony Romo.
90.
We got more.
How about that move on J.J. Watt?
A 98? He didn't even get to 100. A 98?
Josh says, hopefully Jeff doesn't go by the back of the pole at MetLife Stadium. We don't need him to catch anything, Sean. LOL.
No, I'm not. I'm worried about flying with the Ebola stuff going around now, man. Are you kidding me?
That's
Better wear a
big
mask.
news.
Yeah, I know.
Before we go to the first commercial break, we're already a minute behind. Browning says, I hate to say this, but the Go Seahawks make Skip Bayless eat his words. That's the next matchup for Dallas.
Well, when we come back, I got an interesting little tidbit for you guys. I'm going to hold it till we get back on the other side of the break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva joining you here for the Monday edition of Sports World Radio. Okay, so I teased this before I went to break. Last week, Joel Theismann was on my favorite late night show that's on right now, Craig Ferguson's Late Late Show, right? Okay, so last year, if I remember correctly, and I normally do, Joel Theismann in week 4 or 5, like he did this year, picked, on Craig Ferguson's shows last year, picked Denver and Seattle in the Super Bowl, and he got it right. You know who he picked this year?
Who?
He picked Seattle again to return. And you know who he picked for the AFC?
I'll take a guess. And to be honest, as an honest sports journalist, I would say, Jeff, it would be Denver.
And you would be incorrect.
Wow.
New England?
Incorrect.
Indianapolis?
Incorrect.
Cincinnati.
Correct. How about that? He picked Cincinnati and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl this year. How about that? Last year at this time on Craig Ferguson's show, he picked Denver and Seattle. This year, he picked Cincinnati and Seattle. How crazy is that?
That would be a crazy matchup, and it would be amazing to see Cincinnati be in the Super Bowl because the Bengals haven't been back in the Super Bowl since the 80s, and of course I know they have been hit with heartbreak losing to Joe Montana.
I would love it. I think it would be great. I would love it. I think it would be great. I don't see it happening, but I would love it. Although in my eyes, and who's the best AFC team right now?
Right now,
hey Adrian,
I'd say the best AFC team, to be honest with you,
mm-hmm.
after what I saw yesterday, the San Diego Chargers.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm thinking San Diego or, I don't know. Cincinnati's still pretty good. One loss doesn't mean anything, really. I mean, it was a great crowd for New England. It was Sunday Night Football. Cincinnati's got to be up there, I think, too, with San Diego.
Why is
San Diego, Cincinnati both look very good.
I say San Diego right now, and people on TV and other people are saying Denver. What are you, freaking crazy?
They looked good yesterday. Demarius Thomas finally woke up.
I know that. You can make a case because Denver beat Arizona and Arizona beat San Diego, but San Diego beat Seattle and Seattle beat Denver.
Yeah.
It's
hard to look at that because the game was in Seattle. They don't lose in Seattle.
It's right now, San Diego Chargers, all three teams, offense, defense, and special teams, they're all playing very, very well right now. I think San Diego as a whole, as a team, is probably the better AFC team out there.
Then let's move to the next topic. The next topic is the Chargers, the late game yesterday. I'm just kind of going around for NFL games. San Diego Chargers, no problem. 3-0 at home, 4-1 overall. They just blew out the miserable, horrible New York Jets, or you could call them New Jersey Jets, 31-0 yesterday. And Phillip Rivers was on fire for the Chargers, 20 of 28, 288 yards, 3 touchdown passes and 1 interception. And Jeff, I saw you had posted something on Facebook about the Chargers just absolutely demolishing the Jets.
Yeah, 28-0 at one point. I said, this game is over. It's 28-0. It's not even the freaking fourth quarter yet.
Well, they didn't pass the 50-yard line until midway through the fourth quarter?
Till the fourth, yes. The Jets didn't get over the 50-yard line, have it play in Chargers territory until 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And that was penalty.
Correct, which I don't think was a penalty.
It didn't matter. The game was over anyway. The Jets, are horrible. They're bad. They've got problems with their quarterback situation. They won the opener, remember, against the Raiders, but ever since then the Jets have lost 4
Phillip Rivers was 20 of 28 for 288 yards. His quarterback rating is 125.3.
Well, I have to ask, hey, Adrian, good to see you, bud. I have to ask all of you, for the Jets, thanks, Josh, thanks a lot, if the Jets should consider, Nick, this is a good question, forget Geno Smith and just decide, you know what, Why don't we just go with Michael Vick? This is a big problem for them. They're 1-4, and Rex Ryan's job definitely is on the line. Even Frank even said that before the season began back in August.
I'd give it a shot. Why not? He's got to do better than Geno Smith.
Well, he played in that game. He played the second
he came
half
in yesterday. But shoot, I think the Jets were already checked out of that game when he came in.
That game was done at halftime. Just didn't matter what Michael Vick tried to do. That game was done. And there were so many injuries in that game. That's why that game was so long yesterday. Do you know, on the East Coast in New York, they left the Jet game, interrupted the Jet game, and went to 60 minutes?
I heard that. That's crazy.
How about that? They interrupted the Jet game and went to 60 minutes. The Jets were getting slaughtered. And they just said they pulled a Heidi on them. They pulled a Heidi on the Jets again, basically.
Yeah, November 17th, 1968. That was the Heidi game, and NBC. Yeah. I'm sure you all have known about it before. The Jets had that 32-29 lead, and then the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns. But it was interrupted on NBC by a children's program.
Yeah, but yesterday's game was a blowout, and they just put 60 minutes on. That was freaking crazy.
They just said, heck with this game, it's over with. Let's just go to 60 minutes.
They went to 60 minutes, Sean. I read an article. They pulled a freaking Heidi and just went to 60 minutes.
They could do that the rest of the year, too.
It's ridiculous.
Look at how the Jets play next week?
Yeah.
They play Denver.
They play Denver, and then, if I remember, Denver, they have Denver, New England, and who else?
Buffalo,
Kansas
City, and Pittsburgh, and then a bye.
Right, yeah.
This year's over for the Jets. Look, all those predictions about them saying that Rex Ryan says, we're going to be the team to beat. New England should be worried about us. I don't think so.
Do you want to know something?
So flat and bad in every area.
Do you want to know something? The Jets' run defense was the best in the NFL. Okay? Coming into yesterday's game. Okay? They got ran on like they were somebody's bitch yesterday.
Do you think, Jeff and Nick, before we move to the next game, do you think Rex Ryan is going to get fired in a couple weeks?
No.
I see it coming.
No, they're not going to fire him during the season.
I don't like being fired during a season. That way he doesn't do anything for you. You might as well keep him together and start looking now. I'd start looking, but
Woody Johnson,
to fire him is just crazy.
Woody Johnson says, I'm not going to fire him during the season, which means he's getting fired soon.
The next game we get to...
It looks like, sorry, Josh. I mean, it looks like you picked time to jump ship just in time.
Yeah.
The next game we get to was an early game that took place down in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Carolina Panthers, who have really struggled of late, they had dropped 2 in a row, come back and beat the Chicago Bears 31-20.
Unstinking believable. Unstinking believable. Hey, Josh, the producer of Sports World Radio, your team can't beat the freaking Carolina Panthers? The hell's the matter with that?
I know. I'm sorry, Josh. I didn't want to get to this, buddy, but I had to bring it up because this is news. The Bears were up in this game 21-7. I saw the end of the result, and I said, oh, Josh and Frank just got to be sitting in their chairs just shaking their heads.
Gotta be. I when I saw that, I just was shaking my head. I was so...
I knew you would be, Jeff.
I was so pissed off. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Nick, your thoughts on Chicago and Carolina?
It was a crazy game. I thought Chicago was going to win the game, but Carolina came back. They were beat by a former Bear, Greg Olsen. I always liked Greg Olsen, and I couldn't believe they traded him away, but he looked good again yesterday. Got the game-winning touchdown.
Hey, here's what Josh said. They didn't get route. That don't give that crap, you rat bastard. That defense led the Panthers to the second seed in the NFC. And look who just came in the house. West just came in here.
Yeah, he's got to come in and gloat a little bit. One team got knocked out, and the other team barely freaking got by the Jacksonville Jaguars. What the hell is that all about?
I'll get to that in just a sec here. Jay Cutler yesterday, Jeff and Nick, 28 of 36, 289 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 2 interceptions.
I'm looking right
Cam
at it.
Newton was 19 of 35. He passed for 255 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 interception to lead the Panthers from a come-from-behind victory. The Bears only scored 3 points in the second half. That just has to make any Bears fan sick.
And Jay Cutler's quarterback rating at 95.5 and Cam Newton's an 84.8, and they still win? Jay Cutler and the Chicago Bears? What the hell is that all about?
Josh goes, how? They suck. They suck. When each of the game, besides the Packers game, they won, lost by a touchdown or less. Don't give me that crap.
You know what I'm afraid? You know what I'm afraid the Chicago Bears do? When they play an inferior team, they play down to that team's level, which is bad.
All right, now we get to the next game. Wes, this is just for you.
Oy vey.
He's happy because the Pittsburgh Steelers barely hold off the 0-4 Jaguars, who are now 0-5. I saw that game and I saw it was 10-9. I said, Wes, you better be praying and hoping they win. But here's what Wes says: a win is a win, baby.
That's right. Doesn't matter how you do it.
You know what? Jacksonville's got a hell of a team. They scored nothing but field goals. Woo! And I'm gonna pick them. And I'm gonna pick them to beat Dallas after what Dallas did to freaking Houston yesterday. Oh, Jesus criminy!
Roethlisberger before the second commercial break, 26-36, 273 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 0 INTs. I'd still say, Wes, congrats on the win. But let me say something, Wes. I was expecting a blowout.
Me
The
too.
Steelers got problems if they can't beat the easy teams.
Hey, Blake Bortles, man, he was wailing. He had 52.0 quarterback rating. Way to go, Blake.
Second commercial break coming up now.
Unstinking believable. We'll be right back. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Man on
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet. I guarantee it. Every Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. on the 3 p.m. on the West, 6 p.m. on the East. If you live in the Central,
Figure it out for yourself.
oh, we beat them. Wow. All right,
It's actually
Sean.
5 o'clock in the Central.
Well, that's what you think.
All right, the next game we get to. Hey, Adrian, my deepest sympathies and condolences. The Baltimore Ravens lost to the Indianapolis Colts 20-13.
Doggy! I do. Hey, did you get your razor blades and shaving cream yet there, Mr. freaking Adrian? Huh? 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 Huh?
They lose to the Colts, Adrian. What's up with that? What happened?
That was beautiful. I got a
I was
point for
thinking
that
of
one.
Jeff and Adrian the whole time during the game. And Nick, what did you think between the Colts and the Ravens?
That's a good game. I would pick the Colts to win, but man, Andrew Luck, he's looking pretty good. Yeah, I have him on one of my fantasy teams, and he's doing pretty good for me. I thought this was going to be a tough game, but I'm glad the Colts won. I'm not a big Baltimore fan.
Goes, thank you, Colts. And Adrian says this, Jeff. Sorry, we can't win them all.
Well, you're not going to win anymore, so you better get that razor blade and that shaving cream ready. That's all I got to say there, young fella.
Jeff had 10 right for the pick, and that's right. Joe Flacco and the Ravens, yeah. Okay, Flacco was 22 of 38, 235 yards passing, 0 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. Andrew Luck was 32 of 49, 312 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 2 interceptions. And the Colts, after dropping the first 2 games of the season, have won 3 straight games.
Flacco's quarterback rating, 65.1. Luck's quarterback rating, 72.8.
Ravens had a chance to go down the field and tie it, but the receiver for the Ravens just missed the football. Like Flacco had overthrew his receiver on a 4th down, and the Colts were able to hold off a Baltimore rally.
Hey, you know something, Adrian? I'm only 5 points behind you in the Pick'em League, dude. You better freaking move it, boy.
In another game, Browning, if you're still here, and I know Double A when you listen to the show again, and you'll be talking about this. The Philadelphia Eagles were up 34-7. What happened here? They almost blow the game and win 34-28 against the Rams. Wow.
Almost. It would have been nice to see that happen, but you knew it wasn't going to happen. Almost. And what are they using? Their third-string quarterback there, St. Louis?
Yeah, look at his quarterback rating, 103.7, Austin Davis. Who the heck is that guy?
He had a better quarterback rating than a lot of the starters.
Nick Foles was 86.2.
Wow.
And Nick Foles was 24 of 37 for 207 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 interception. A big win for Philadelphia. They had to bounce back after the tough loss against the 49ers. Next weekend, Sunday Night Football, the Eagles host the New York Giants in what will be another big matchup in the NFC East.
Where is Double A? Where is that fat bastard? Show yourself, you fat bastard.
Be thinking of you both next Sunday night.
I'm ready to make. Oh, we got a bet made, don't we?
Yeah, because you're the one, Jeff, that wants to beat Double A. Every bet you've won, you beat us all, but you.
I never beat Double A. I never beat Double A. Never, ever, ever. That's why I'm not making. Hey, you can't wear those. Hey, you can't wear those. Oh, that's the NFL. That's right. He's allowed to wear those. Hey, did you hear about the ban for headphones in the NFL?
Yeah, I did. Beats? You can't wear Beats?
Can't wear Beats in the NFL.
Because of their contract with Bose?
Yes, exactly. And they just showed Sherman walking into the arena with pink Beats on his head. How about that?
What are they going to do to him? Fine
him? Yeah. Did you read that article?
I read some of it. I didn't know. I didn't see what they're going to do to him.
They can't
They don't want him to wear them. But.
They are not NFL. The players, anybody that's on the field, whatever, before the game and 90 minutes after the game, you can't wear Beats.
That's silly.
How about that? And speaking of Beats, I'm wearing my New York Knicks headphone Beats right now. Beats by Bolin. How about that? I got my Beats headphones finally.
The next game we get to more of the early action from the NFL. The New York Football Giants, Jeff, congrats to you, buddy. 3 straight wins. They've come back from 10 points down to defeat Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons 30-20.
How about that, man? I turned that game. Okay. Now, you all know I'm a late sleeper, right?
Right.
I usually don't go to bed till late anyway. And I sleep late as I possibly can because I like to, right? And you mentioned to me, and I said to you that game was going to be on for me early. It was an early game, right? Guess what time I woke up? Let's play a little guessing game.
Noon?
That's not bad. That's a pretty good guess, but you'd be guessing wrong.
Was I above or
You're
over or
actually,
under?
believe it or not, I was up before noon.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I woke up, it was 11:30. And I immediately turned the TV on. And I saw the Giants down. By the time I got to the game, it was already the third quarter. And the Giants were losing. And I wasn't too happy. So I came into the studio, and lo and behold, bada bing, bada boom. Thank you very much. Giants win the game. Eli, I'm telling you, that offense is starting to do some things. Eli's quarterback rating 104.9 compared
and
to
all
Matt
the
Ryan's.
doubters, all the doubters.
Not only
saying,
that,
the Giants
Sean.
are done. They're done. But they've turned right around, won 3 in a row. Eli, 200 yards passing. That's how they're going to win games if Eli passes for over 200 yards, 200 yards, or over 300
Well,
yards.
not only that, their rookie wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., he finally played. Okay? He finally played. Then, now they got one wide receiver on one side and one wide receiver on the other side, plus Reuben Randall in there and Andre Williams. Hey, now we got and their tight end, Larry Donnell. Oh, my Lord. Hey.
Hey, Eli didn't throw an interception either.
Huh?
Eli didn't throw an interception.
I know. How about that?
Matt Ryan did.
That's a miracle.
If you're the Atlanta Falcons, you're kicking yourselves in the head here because it's like you get blown out on the road. You've lost to Minnesota. Now you go to MetLife and you lose to the Giants. 0-3 on the road. Nick, they got to just be frustrated because Falcons are now looking at this record 2-3 and 0-3 on the road. There's got to be something wrong with the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, they can't.
What do you think?
They don't know how to play outside of the dome, and that's a
It's like
problem.
New Orleans.
They don't know how to play outside. They only know how to play indoors.
New Orleans has the same problem. They lost 0-3, except they were in the dome last week at the Cowboys and still lost.
Well, that thing's got a hole in the roof, right?
Yeah, but it was closed.
Was it?
Yep.
But, Nick, your thoughts, though, on the Falcons. What can they do to actually win on the road? I don't know. This is a problem if they – yeah.
2 years in a row now. They had high expectations last year, and they laid an egg. Tony Gonzalez is last year. They had start off this year bad. Then they play Chicago next week. Then they play Baltimore and then Detroit and then a bye week. Doesn't get any easier for them. I don't know what the problem is, but, man, they even had a high draft pick with the offensive line, revamped the offensive line. They probably have one of the best receiving combos in the league.
Hey,
and they're still stinking up the place.
Your fantasy team in our league is the Grape Ape, right?
No, I'm a Dez Dispenser.
Oh, you're Dez Dispenser. That's right. You're Dez.
I was one game behind you earlier.
Well, you're in 12th place now. How about that?
Yeah, I saw that.
You're in 12th place. You got 42 points. I got 43 points. I'm in 9th place. I stayed in 9th place. I didn't move. I stayed right there. GF6 is tied with me with 43 points, Wes. Schmedley, I'm 2 points behind you. Okay, Pick 'em Like the Wind, which is Frank. I'm 3 points behind him. And Encyclopedia Man, I'm 4 points behind you. And Mr. Adrian, you little bald-headed freak to be, I'm only 5 points behind you, so get ready, bitches.
I guess you picked Seattle tonight, right?
Yeah, everybody and their mother probably picked Seattle tonight. In fact, I'm really
97% on the Yahoo.
Okay, I'm looking at our Yahoo picks, right? Oh, it won't tell me who they picked for tonight's game?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Why?
I don't know, but you can look on the side over there on the distribution, and it says Seattle 97%. So I'm pretty sure everybody who's playing picked Seattle.
And you want to know something? Out of all the games that they had up until tonight's game, only 3 underdogs won. All their favorites won except for 3. Buffalo underdog, Cleveland underdog, and they had New England as an underdog, and I don't know why, which was pretty stupid. New England should have been the favorite.
And look who just pops right in here. Double A says, I am the almighty God.
I knew he
Jeff
was
will
listening.
know this come Monday morning.
I told you he was listening. Hey, are we betting on this game, Double A? Double A, this game is Sunday night. Are we betting on this game? I need to shave my face. Are we betting? My face is getting a little hairy. Are we betting? My face is way hairy. I haven't shaved in almost 2 months, man. I look like Grizzly Adams almost. It's getting disgusting.
You look like Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, isn't that the quarterback from
the
Houston?
beard that wow. He looks
He
like
still
on
got
Duck
it. He looked like
Dynasty or something.
Yeah, he looked like a great ape yesterday. Man.
Did he? I didn't see it.
It's out. It's sticking out of his helmet. It's got
Really?
a mustache. It's crazy.
The next game we get to before that first update, if anybody had a chance to catch the ending of the Browns-Titans game, that was a thriller. The Titans were up 28-3. I thought, okay, this game is over with. The Browns slowly crept right back into it, outscoring the Titans, Jeff and Nick, 16-0.
You want to know something?
What?
You want to know something? Everybody in the league took Cleveland except 2 people. Andrew and Wes.
Andrew and Brownie and Wes.
Everybody else
Wes,
took Cleveland. Everybody else took Cleveland. How crazy is that? I would have thought everybody else would have taken Tennessee.
I was worried there for a while, too.
Everybody else took Cleveland except for freaking Wes and Andrew. and believe it, and you want to hear
Wes
something?
says, I hate clowns.
You want to hear something even more crazy? You want to hear something even more crazier? Our stupid Redskin fan, Gary, picked every game but that one. He's got no team picked for that game. Way to go, Gary. Schmuck.
We got to run to our first update.
How do you pick every game, Nick, and not pick that game?
I guess you're in a hurry. You just click over it. I don't know. That's interesting.
I'm looking at all the picks from everybody. And the same thing with the Grape Ape. The Grape Ape missed Thursday's game, but he picked every game after that. Mustang
you might get in a
Dan
hurry,
missed.
and then you just you don't click on it, or you think you click on it and you don't. That's happened to me before. You think you click on the little button and you don't get it.
That's so funny, man. But I don't know how you could do that. It's in the middle of the freaking. Come on. So thank you for not getting a point on that one, you stupid jerk. Now we can run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by ShirtShopper.net. Listen, we're talking NFL football here. Head on over to ShirtShopper.net. Put your cursor on the sports tab. Drop-down box will come. Pick your sports league, whether it's NFL, NBA, MLB, or NHL. Pick your favorite team. Get your favorite sports team T-shirt today from ShirtShopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you, everybody. Welcome to the first of 2 updates for Sports World Radio. We're going to start Major League Baseball. The big news, congratulations to the Baltimore Orioles. They have won the American League Divisional Series against the Detroit Tigers. They will match up against the team that has been the biggest story in all of MLB, and that would be the Kansas City Royals, as the Royals prevailed against the Angels 8-3 for the sweep. I know Jeff and I will be talking more about this in the second hour, about this ALCS between Kansas City and Baltimore. Who would have predicted that these 2 teams actually would have been in the ALCS for 2014? I don't think anybody did. In the National League Championship Series, there is a game in progress right now. The Nationals and the Giants, game number 3 going on right now. That game is on the Major League Baseball Network. 0-0 between the Nationals and Giants. Situation goes like this. Giants win, they sweep, they move to the National League Championship Series. The Nationals win. Game 4 would be tomorrow night in San Francisco. The Los Angeles Dodgers-St. Louis Cardinals series is tied up at 1 game apiece after the Dodgers, who blew that game on Friday and won 10-9, the Cardinals did. And then the Dodgers came back and won Game 2 on Saturday night, 3-2, on a Matt Kemp solo home run. Now the series shifts to St. Louis for Games 3 and 4 at Busch Stadium. In the NBA, of course, the preseason is in full swing with the NBA season just a few weeks away. Here are the games that we have for tonight. 76ers playing the Celtics tonight, Pelicans at Hawks, Wizards at Bulls, and the Nuggets taking on the LA Lakers. In the National Hockey League, hockey preseason is officially over with. It ended on Saturday. The one game happened yesterday, but I won't get to it because on Wednesday is the opening night. There will be 4 games for the NHL. And then, of course, we'll get to that on Wednesday when our hockey man and our hockey expert, Ron Gallo, is in the house. That's our update for Sports World Radio on this Monday, the 6th of October, 2014. I am Sean Mann. We got more sports talk to get to for the NFL games and MLB playoffs. This update was brought to you by ShirtShopper.net. After this commercial break, we will be right back. A lot more sports to get to. Be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome to Sports World Radio. Showman Nicholas Spiva sitting in for the first hour of the show like he does each and every Monday here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Joe. Hey, really quick. There's a baseball game on TV, but it ain't on my freaking TV. You know why, Bud Selig? Because I ain't got the freaking MLB network, you jackass.
MLB Network, yeah, they're doing it right now between the Nationals and the Giants. That's game 3, and there's no score in that one.
Put the freaking game on TV.
The Browns and the Titans, going back to this was a great game real quickly. Brian Hoyer brought the Browns back yesterday, Nick, 21-37. It looked really bad, Nick. 3 touchdown pass and interception, but it's 28-3. You're thinking, this game's over with. And now the Titans are like the Falcons. They got to be kicking themselves very hard after losing a heartbreaker.
You know what? I was with you. I thought the game was over when I just saw it. Because I watched the Red Zone, and they had that game on very seldom, and then they started showing more of it. And you know what? The Browns have been competitive in every game. They lost to Pittsburgh by 3, lost to Baltimore by 2, and they've been in every game so far. So they're playing pretty good. I mean, I really didn't think they'd do much this year.
Well,
but Brian Hoyer
fans
is a
are all
good
happy
player.
about this.
Hey, man, I was excited as hell when I found out that Cleveland won by 1. Are you kidding me? That's awesome, baby.
Yeah, I think they're going to do. They have a shot to win. Have some games that are winnable coming up. They play Jacksonville in 2 weeks, Oakland, Tampa Bay. They have a shot to win some games. And we may not see old Johnny Manziel this year. What do you think about that?
Well, you know something? Frank said this on Thursday, and I kind of agree with him. Johnny Manziel made Brian Hoyer famous.
Yeah, because everybody wants to see what happens in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see Hoyer fail So Manziel will be in.
Exactly right.
And another game that went to heartbreak for another team, and that would be the Detroit Lions.
Hey, hold on one second,
11-point
Sean.
lead. They lose to Buffalo.
Hold on 1 second, Sean. Hey, Adrian. You're a Denver Nuggets basketball fan? So you root for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, the Denver Nuggets? Huh?
That's right. He
What?
said, let's go Nuggets.
The Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Orioles. How come not the Washington Bullets? The Denver Nuggets, and you live in freaking West Virginia? How the hell does something like that happen?
It kind of reminds me of this guy I used to know, or I know, who used to like the Celtics and the Bruins and
yeah, it kind of reminds me of
the
Sean.
Jets.
Yeah, it reminds me of Sean.
Nick,
the
good
Celtics,
grief.
the
Get me
Bruins,
out
the
of it,
Jets.
It sort of reminds me of.
Yeah.
No. This is Adrian. You leave me out of
How
this.
do you become a Boston fan when you've never been raised?
It's like Sean Jr.
Boston.
Oh, blah,
That's
blah,
what we call it,
blah.
Sean
Isn't
Jr.
This is a free country. We're all entitled to go for whoever we want.
Sure.
You don't
will
like
really
it?
take over
Tough,
the rest.
tough.
Unbelievable. I don't know how that happens either. Hey, I was born and raised in New York. Guess what? I'm a Giant fan and a Knicks fan. Okay?
And a Met fan.
No, not really. But yeah,
All right,
when
this
I
next
was a
game we
little
get to,
kid,
the
I was.
Buffalo Bills went into Detroit yesterday, trying to snap their 2-game losing streak. I went with Detroit on our NFL Real Talk show. Detroit had a great lead. They're up 14-3, Nick.
Freaking Detroit.
Flow the game, and Dan Carpenter kicked a game-winning 58-yard
Freaking
field
Detroit.
goal.
Hey, why'd
And
they
Detroit
carry?
cuts their field goal kicker today.
Why'd they carry off
Schwartz,
What is he? The defensive coordinator or offensive
the
coordinator?
defensive coordinator.
And
I guess well, he coached at Detroit, and I guess he wanted to be carried off. I don't know. They mentioned something about. I just caught the end of it in one of the sportscasts, and they said he wanted to be carried off, so Detroit carried him off.
That's crazy.
I
Hey,
mean,
you
Buffalo,
can't be
excuse me.
wearing those. Hey, you can't wear those. You can't wear those. You're going to get fined, fella.
Kyle Orton for the Buffalo Bills yesterday was 30 of 43, passed for 308 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 1 interception. Looked pretty ugly for the Bills, but it was a black day for Detroit sports because not only did the Lions lose, also the Tigers got swept. So it was a very rough day, Nick, in the Motor City.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I thought Detroit would be pretty good this year. It's still not over. They still have they're 3-2, and they have a somewhat decent record to get better. Play Minnesota, New Orleans, and Atlanta. So all those games are winnable before their bye week. So they can still turn it around, but it's going to be tough for them to beat the Packers, I think, in this division. Packers all the way, I think.
You think so?
I think so. Who's going to beat them? Now that they've relaxed a little bit, as Aaron Rodgers says, and they're playing pretty good.
The next matchup that we talked about for the NFL, this game went to overtime. The Buccaneers, who played a very good game against Pittsburgh and were lucky to pull that one out, almost were very lucky to pull it out against New Orleans. They were leading 31-20. The Saints come back and win 37-31. That's Kenny C, like you said on NFL Real Talk. You got to believe. You got to believe. Well, the Saints did believe, and they came back and won.
Yeah, well, they got freaking lucky.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes.
Oh, come
Drew
on.
Brees, he was 35 of 57 there, Nick. 2 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. He threw for 371 yards.
Wow, look at his quarterback rating, 70.1.
Gee, you know,
That's Drew Brees.
Tampa Bay took them to overtime? Come on. What the hell is going on with New Orleans?
And how about this? The Saints had 3 turnovers, and they were still able to come back and win that game yesterday.
Wow.
That's crazy. There's no way they should have won that game.
No, and there would have been a lot of yelling and screaming if they would have lost to Tampa Bay and New Orleans. Come on.
So the Bears are kicking themselves hard. The Buccaneers are kicking themselves hard. The Lions and the Titans. It just seems like a lot of close games where teams were blowing the big leads. And the Buccaneers played very well in this game. They should be the team 2-3. And I know Lovie Smith's just got to be getting up the day after the loss and saying, now I got to go back to practice, but the loss still stings
Houston
because
should be
the Bucs
freaking
played
like that.
better than the Saints did.
Houston should be like that, too, because they blew that freaking game, man. They had them.
Houston, they never had anybody.
Houston had Dallas, man. J.J. Watts had him, and he freaking let him slip away.
Yeah, J.J. Watts. He had a terrible game.
And Skip Bayless is loving every minute of it because he says Dallas will win the NFC East division.
Yeah, he's crazy. I'm surprised.
It could happen, I suppose.
I'm surprised he didn't say that Cleveland and Dallas are going to be in the Super Bowl again.
Wait till he comes out and says that. Hey, my Dallas Cowboys will go up against my Cleveland Browns for the Super Bowl. That's my pick.
Yeah, you're a jackass.
The Broncos yesterday did something that they need to do, and that was they defeated the undefeated Cardinals, who are 3-0, 41-20. Peyton Manning had a big day for the Denver Broncos, Nick.
Yeah, what, he passed for over 500 touchdowns now with 503?
Yeah.
He was
Demarius Thomas.
479 yards for Peyton Manning, 4 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions.
Demarius Thomas finally woke up, man. He's been playing pretty crappy till now. 226 yards, 2 touchdowns. They looked pretty good yesterday. They looked like the Denver Broncos of last year. And their defense, I think the defense is doing pretty good. So, and what do you guys think of that? Did you hear what Bruce Arians called that chop block on Calais Campbell the dirtiest play he's ever seen?
I saw that. That was pretty bad. I saw that. That was pretty bad.
In Arizona, they suffered 3 injuries yesterday.
Yeah, Peyton
quarterback,
did throw. Yeah,
Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, they lost Drew Stanton yesterday, and Logan Thomas came in. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, he held his own. I mean,
riddle me this, Batman. Logan Thomas is 1 of 8, 1 touchdown, and he has a 108 quarterback rating?
Yeah, I'm looking at
1 of 8?
I'm looking at it. Yeah, and Drew Stanton went 11 of 26, and his quarterback rating is 56.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. I don't get it. But Peyton Manning did throw 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he had a bad first half. They turned it around the second half, but Denver's they're probably going to be up there in the conversation. All these, I think, early games, it's kind of hard to see the first part of the season. Now we're getting to the almost the.
Well, San Diego has, if I remember correctly, Oakland, Kansas City, Denver coming.
And I can't wait, before we go to that commercial break, Jeff, I can't wait, Jeff and Nick, when Denver plays San Diego. That is going to be a big matchup because Chargers know that they can beat Denver. They did it last year in the season, and they did challenge the Broncos in that postseason AFC divisional playoff game back in January.
And I think that first matchup is in Denver.
Yep, it's a Thursday night game.
Yeah, it's a Thursday night game. So
October 23rd.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game to watch. And I'll get that game on Channel 8 regardless, whether it's on the NFL Network or not, because they'll put it on Channel 8 for the people who don't have the NFL Network here in San Diego.
It's also on CBS, too.
Yeah, well, that's our Channel 8.
Is that okay? Yeah, that may be the first game of the week that's pretty good for CBS. They've had some pretty crappy games so far.
Is that a CBS game, not an NFL Network game yet?
Yeah, it's week 8. It says CBS NFL on the ESPN schedule.
It's the last CBS game. It's week 8, so it's the last CBS game.
And then they move to the NFL Network.
Yeah, and that better be a good freaking game because every game on Thursday night has been a crappy game.
The blowouts. That's been surprising.
Oh, yeah, the point differential is average of 29 points.
Jeez, who plays this Thursday night? I've forgotten.
I'll take a look here, Nick, before we go to
2 crappy teams.
Commercial.
2 teams, 2 NFL teams?
2 crappy NFL teams because we're getting an inferior product on Thursday nights. That's exactly what we're getting.
Thursday night for this week, the 14th of, actually the 9th of October, it will be Indianapolis at Houston.
That might be a good game.
Who's traveling, Houston or Indy?
Indianapolis.
Indy's traveling?
Yes.
They're 1-1 away.
Yeah, well, I'm going to pick the home team because so far every home team on Thursday night is won except for one, the Giants.
On that note, we got to run to a commercial break.
Hey, Nicholas, thank you so much for joining us in the first hour. We appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, thanks, guys, for having me. It's been a blast.
There goes our friend Nicholas Spiver. He'll be back next Monday for another hour of sports talk with Jeff and Sean. We'll be right back with Sports World Radio. You listen to Jeff Esco and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Sean Mann bringing you the fastest 2 hours sports talk on the internet. I guarantee it. Every Monday through Friday right here on sportsworldradio.com, 6 o'clock p.m. on the West. 6 o'clock p.m. on the East, 3 o'clock p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
Figure it out for yourself.
hey, I hate Bud Selig right now. You know that?
You're fed up with him.
Yeah, I'm fed up with him. I can't stand him. There's a freaking playoff game going on, and he's got it on MLB Network where I can't freaking watch it. Where half the country can't watch it because they don't have the MLB Network. You, my friend, are a jackass. Just saying.
It's a good perspective and a good way of looking at it.
I'm just saying because I'm pissed off. I don't like that crap.
The next game we get to, Jeff, the 49ers hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. I did watch this game for a little bit. Chiefs got off to a 10-3 lead. The 49ers able to come back and beat Andy Reid's Chiefs 22-17.
Thank God. I needed that point.
Alex Smith was 17 of 31 yesterday. He threw for 175 yards, 2 touchdown passes and 1 interception. Kaepernick was 14 of 26, 201 yards passing, 1 TD pass and no interception. So the 49ers, who have faced a lot of uncertainty right now, have done very, very well with just hanging in there and sticking together as a team. They were able to come back and win. The reports have appeared since the offseason that players aren't particularly happy with Harbaugh, and the latest caused 49ers CEO and acting owner Jed York to speak out. He goes, quote, about 3 hours before kickoff, York posted on Twitter, quote, Jim is my coach. We are trying to win a Super Bowl, not a personality or popularity contest. Any more questions?
Yeah, he'll probably be there for the rest of the season, but from what everything looks like the way it's going to be is he'll be out next year. He won't be the head coach next year.
About this time next year, he will be coaching either in the NFL or in the college football, but it will not be with the
No
49ers.
Yeah, he's either going to go to Michigan or he's going to go to a different NFL team, something like the Cowboys or something like that if they don't do good this year. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Josh goes, is he a Rabassi candidate?
Yes, he is.
And I know who you're talking about, Bud Selig. And
Damn
Jeff goes, yes.
skippy he is. You damn skippy he is.
And this comes for a Chiefs team that played very well and extremely well last Monday night against New England. And they had a chance to win this game. 49ers were able to just put everything behind them and say, hey, look, let's just go out and play football and win. And that's exactly what they did.
It's exactly what they did.
They had to. If I look at all the total yards, the 49ers had 357 total yards of offense. The Chiefs, 265. 5-point win. A lot of the games for the 49ers have not been easy. They, of course, thumped Dallas in week 1, 28-17. But a lot of the games have not been easy for them. They were able to barely escape against Philadelphia. Now they're barely able to escape against Kansas City. That's because it's got to be the distractions for the San Francisco 49ers, which are causing this team close games.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, you know, it didn't. It's not. Listen, they won yesterday, didn't they? 49ers.
Yeah.
They won a close game yesterday, right?
Yep.
So obviously, it's not really bothering them too much. I mean, they're 3-2.
3-2, and you know what? They got to forget about that, and that's why the owner says we're trying to win a Super Bowl, and he's just trying to say, forget what the media is saying. Go out there and just play football and forget about it. Another team that has had a lot of controversy, and that's the New England Patriots. I saved this game for Sunday night as the last one. They played a game, and then they won 43-17, called by Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. The Patriots have faced a really tough week. Tom Brady, of course, was very disgusted with the offensive line and disgusted with what has been going on with the Patriots. He was demanding a possibility of being traded. That's just what he said. But the Patriots sure were ready to play last night.
I didn't see any of the game.
I did, and Brady was ready to play. 23 of 35. He passed for 292 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. Andy Dalton was 15 of 24, 204 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions.
And has a higher quarterback rating than Tom Brady. Andy Dalton's quarterback rating is a 117.4, and Tom Brady's is a 110.7. How about that?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need to do. The Patriots realized fully well they needed to just forget about everything that had gone on over the past week and just play football. Darrelle Revis came out and he was interviewed, and he said this on the Sunday night pregame show. He was being interviewed before the game. He said, look, we just got to stick together as a Patriot team. We got to ignore all the stuff from the media and forget about it and just go out there and play Patriot football. And that's exactly what he did. Brady had 50,000 yards. Patriots bash Bengals. Brady surpasses 50,000 yards.
Big deal.
It was a big night indeed, especially for the Bengals, a team who was undefeated, and everybody had thought this would be a close matchup, but the Patriots went out and were determined to come out and play well. Brady did in 2003. The Patriots lost the opener to Buffalo 31-0, and then they beat Philadelphia in the next game 31-10 and went on to win their second Super Bowl in 3 years. So I would say the media and the Patriots, just ignore the controversy and ignore everything and just go out there and play. It's early, and it's a long way to go. Look at what Josh says. Chris Collinsworth is as bad as Phil Simms on commentary. I know. I'm not really a big Chris Collinsworth fan myself.
I miss John Madden something severe, man. I miss him
Pat
badly.
Summerall and John Madden, They knew how to call games, buddy.
Yuppers. I'd like to see freaking Madden go back, but that ain't going to happen.
And I remember John Madden and Al Michaels used to call the games together, too, on Monday Night Football.
Yuppers. Those were fun times. Not anymore.
So that covers the games from yesterday and on Thursday night. We already talked about that game. Tonight's game, it'll be the Seattle Seahawks, Jeff, going all the way across the country to take on the Washington Redskins.
Let's go Seattle.
I like the Seahawks, like we talked about in NFL Real Talk on Saturday when I was visiting with you and Frank and Josh about this. The Seahawks look very good against the Redskins. They'll outrun them. The Redskins are flat. They don't look good. And Cousins, all that talk of the Redskins having the quarterback of the future, I would doubt it after being 1-3 right now.
No, and Cousins is not. Well, he's had a week now to prepare for this game. I'm taking Seattle in tonight's game. And I'm pretty sure everybody else in this fantasy league of ours took Seattle too.
I did.
I'm pretty sure everybody else did too. You got to be a moron not to.
Redskins could be in the same stadium as the Jets. That's funny, Josh.
Oh, he said the same. No, hey, read it. He says the same situation. Not the same stadium, the same situation.
And an update on the game right now. Now we go to Major League Baseball. The Washington Nationals, who are trying to keep their season alive, have struck for 3 runs. They lead the Giants by a score of 3-0 on the MLB network.
Giants lead that series 2-0.
That's right. And I have to tell you, Jeff, Saturday night was one of the all-time classic games. After the NFL Real Talk show ended, I went and watched. I was flipping back and forth watching Nationals and Giants and the Dodgers and the Cardinals as we get to the next
because
topic.
The Dodgers
and
Cardinals.
Amazing.
Hey, Sean, the Dodgers and the Cardinals were on MLB Network, right?
That is correct.
Right.
Bob Costas called that game.
So I couldn't watch that game because they were on the MLB Network, just like the freaking game is on there now.
Yep.
And I can't watch it because it's on the MLB Network. Freaking morons.
That's exactly why Bud Selig is the one who set this whole thing up, saying, let's put games on the MLB Network.
And then tonight's game is on Fox Sports 1, Dodgers-St. Louis game.
That should be a great game, and on that note, we'll talk a little bit about the MLB playoff after this commercial.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hour of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com at 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself if you're in the Central.
Hey, Bud Selig, maybe you should take some advice from Sean and figure it out for yourself, because what you're doing to these playoffs, you're killing me. You are freaking killing me. You put a game on in the middle of the afternoon on a Monday when everybody is at work and you stick it on the MLB network. You are the biggest moron I've ever met in my life.
He probably would say, well, all I'm trying to do is boost the ratings.
Well, you're losing ratings because you're losing half of the United States. Because I can guarantee you, half of the United States don't have the MLB network. You are putting it on a paid channel.
Josh, you are so funny. MLB Network is one of the weirdest networks out. And then Josh goes, before you know it, there will be MLB Bat Zone.
He's putting it on a paid channel that I can guarantee you only half the United States have. So only half the United States can see this game. But oh, wait 1 second, bud. Half of the United States, half of those people are working. So you lose half of those people. Okay? So now you got a half of the United States watching the game because you put it on the MLB network. If you would have put it on Fox Sport 1 or TNT or TBS, you would have the whole United States watching it. But no. I'm Bud Selig, and I'm going to put it on the MLB network so only half of the United States can watch it. And we're going to put that game on in the middle of the afternoon so only half of those people can watch it because they're at work. What are you, a freaking moron?
And the game that started this afternoon on the MLB Network was actually at 5:07 p.m. Eastern Time, which was 2:07 p.m. Pacific Time. And I was kind of surprised because I saw it there, but I said, oh, I'll get to it. Then I was like, oh, the game's on MLB Network because I kind of forgot. Like, and I'm sure everybody else did. If people do have the MLB Network, they'd be like, oh, there's a game on? We didn't know that. We were busy with school. We were busy with work.
I spent 15 minutes looking for the game only to find out it's on the MLB Network. Hey, Bud Selig, you suck.
Now, if Game 4, the Nationals hold on and win, they're moving to the top of the 8th. It's 3-0 Nationals. Nationals pull off the game. It'll be both games. Nationals, Giants, and Dodgers, Cardinals will be on Fox Sports 1 tomorrow.
Unbelievable. I just don't get it. But not only that, the game is on the middle of the afternoon in the West Coast. People are working. What time did the game start? East Coast time, Sean.
Between the Nationals and Giants today?
Yes.
5:07 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's 2:07 my time.
Yep, 2:07 our time, you bet.
At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, who the hell is watching a game in California or on the West Coast? Usually they're at work, aren't they?
Usually the kids and college kids are at school, and the people are out working on their professions.
No wonder why nobody wants to watch baseball, because they got a moron running it.
I believe, I don't know when it was, but it seems like it's been the last few years that the MLB playoffs, they decided to do that, put the divisional series on National League Divisional Series or the American League Divisional Series, like a couple games on the MLB Network. And Josh goes, it's exclusive deal with Comcast. I don't know if every market has Comcast. I don't have Comcast.
Bud Selig is a jackass.
At least he'll be gone after the World Series this year, like
Good.
Josh pointed out. I agree with you there.
Then I get to rip the new commissioner because he's going to do the same thing, and I'm going to yell at him too. You are losing.
Maybe they'll get rid of the All-Star rule because the team that has the most wins should get the home field throughout all the World Series.
They're trying to appeal to a younger crowd, so they put a game on in the middle of the afternoon when the younger crowd is in school. Way to go, you freaking moron!
The Orioles, we move to the next topic here. Congratulations to the Baltimore Orioles. The last time the O's made it to the American League Championship Series was 17 years ago. That's when they played the Indians, and they lost to the Indians, Jeff, in 6 games. Now they move on. They sweep the Detroit Tigers. And I have to tell you, the Orioles did it with their offense, getting the clutch hits, and pitching has been really, really good for the Orioles. And they were able to beat the 3 best pitchers. They beat Max Scherzer, they beat Justin Verlander, and then they beat David Price yesterday.
Yeah, they just went right through all three of their top pitchers, didn't they?
And it was a great scene, too, because Buck Showalter smiled. You saw him in the dugout. He wanted to just see the players celebrate because he had done such a marvelous job coming in there as manager and turned that whole organization around. And now here they are hosting game one of the ALCS Friday night against Kansas City. Hats off to the Orioles.
Yeah, hats off to the Orioles and hats off to the Royals. When does that series start?
Game one of the American League Championship Series will start Friday night.
Oh, that's not too bad. So they're not playing until Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off. Wow.
So often an afterthought in the rugged AL East, the Orioles won their first division title since '97 this year, dispatching the second-place Yankees by 12 games and the last-place Red Sox by more than double that margin. So the O's were able to take care of business. And remember, everybody thought that the O's were going to lose this series. A lot of the experts picked Detroit because they won 5 out of 6, but the Orioles had remembered, and anytime you get whooped by a team in a season series, the results can be totally different come playoff time. And the next topic we get to, Jeff, I know you were talking about this with me on Facebook Messenger. You talked about it being the Orioles. The other team that's made impressive news in Major League Baseball, and the biggest talk of all, the Kansas City Royals, taking out the best team in Major League Baseball, the Angels.
Just wiping them up in 3 games.
Peace, Detroit. Adios. Enjoy the playoffs with the Red Sox. That's funny, buddy. The Royals, though, they played very well. And, the Angels, in my opinion, did not get clutch hits. All they relied on was the home run. That's the only thing that their offense did was hit the home run. They just couldn't shut down the Royals. And the defense of the Royals made some spectacular plays in the American League Divisional Series. So, Jeff, now we got a matchup between Kansas City and Baltimore. And in the season series, Kansas City beat Baltimore 4-3. In my opinion, Jeff, I think the Royals can beat Baltimore.
I think so, too. It's going to be a fun series to watch. The Royals played all kinds of ball. They played small ball. They played long ball. They stole bases. They moved the runners. They got a great pitching staff. They got a good reliever. They got a good bullpen. They play great defense. It's a lot of kids that they brought up from their farm system. It's a good team, and it's going to be a fun series to watch. And it's a 7-game series, so it's going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to be fun to watch.
The Angels in the regular season became the second team in the divisional era that began in 1969 to have the best record in the majors and get swept out of the playoffs, stats said. In no small coincidence, the Royals dealt the same humiliating fate to the New York Yankees in the 1980 American League Championship Series, of course, with the great George Brett, who was in attendance last night. For Mike Scioscia, another playoff disappointment, another playoff exit since 2002. The Angels, after that World Series when they beat the Giants, are now 10-22 for Mike Scioscia's Angels. Ouch.
You think the Angels not going to fire Sosa, right?
They can't. Artie Moreno would not take the chance of firing Mike Scioscia. He's done such a great job with the ball club, but they have just suffered some playoff disappointment this year. Then 2009, they lost to the Yankees in 6 games. 2008, the Red Sox. 2007, the Red Sox. 2004, the Red Sox. 2002, they won the World Series against the Giants. But 10-22, there's going to be a lot of questions in Anaheim and Disneyland and Angel fans saying, what happened to them? But I agree with you, Josh. Finally, we got some new teams, which is a great thing for baseball.
Do you know the Dodgers are going to start Kershaw in game 4 on 3 days rest?
If they have to do that, it might be maybe the wise option. I watched the game Friday, and they blew that, and Kershaw said that was all my fault. He was really upset after the game. The whole Dodger team was because, well, why not? You blew a 6-2 lead.
I like to see the freaking damn Cardinals knock the Dodgers out. I'm tired of watching the Dodgers. I am. And then we'll get the winner of the National Series, and let's hope it's the Nationals, and the Nationals go to the World Series against the Royals. I'm okay with that.
I think everybody, Jeff, would like to see that happen. You could see the Nationals and the Cardinals. Of course, the Nationals, remember, from 2 years ago, lost to the Cardinals in 5 games in the National League Divisional Series. However, if the Dodgers are able to win the next 2 games, tonight and tomorrow, and the Giants, if they don't get it together, probably end up losing this game to the Nationals, everybody would want to see a Dodgers-Giants NLCS because that is one of the big rivalries going back to the days when the Dodgers were called the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants.
You say everyone. Oh, I'm everyone, and I don't want to see it, so you're wrong. That statement's wrong. That statement's wrong. I don't want to see it. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. I don't need to see it. I want to see something else. As a baseball fan, I want to see 2 other teams in there. I want to see the Dodgers get knocked out, and I want to see the Giants get knocked out. Okay?
That is if the Nationals are able to hold off this game and keep their season alive for another day, which would be Game 4 on Fox Sports 1.
Well, it's the bottom of the 8th right now, and it's 3-0 Washington.
Before we go to the second update, Double A said the Giants and the O's, that's a possibility for a fall classic matchup.
Yeah, it is, but I would rather see, how about the Royals and the Nationals?
And another thing I got to mention, with this ALCS matchup, they talked about how great it is that the O's and the Royals are playing against each other, because these are 2 teams with long droughts for the World Series. The Royals have not won, of course, as you all know, since 1985.
Right.
The Orioles have not won a World Series since 1983, and that's when they beat the Phillies in 5 games.
Right. Exactly right. Hey, we're going to run to our second and final update of the day. This update is brought to you by Keurig.coffeemachines.com. You need tea? You need coffee? You need a new coffee machine? Then head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, 1 cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, welcome everybody. 31 minutes after the hour on this Monday, the 6th of October, 2014. Monday Night Football on ESPN starts in an hour. It'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Redskins. Seattle is 2-1 overall, 0-1 on the road. The Redskins are 1-3 overall, and they are 1-1 at home. In the NBA, of course, preseason action tipping off tonight. There are 4 games scheduled. You got the 76ers at the Celtics, Pelicans at the Hawks, Wizards at the Bulls, and the Nuggets taking on the Lakers. In the NHL, we're just 2 days away from the start of the National Hockey League season for 2014-2015. Don't forget, on Wednesday nights, we will have Ron Gallo coming in to give his hockey perspective and seeing where the teams are going to be at and who's going to be doing well and who are going to be like the pros and the cons of each team. In Major League Baseball, it's all set. The American League Championship Series will start on Friday night. It will be Game 1. It'll be the Kansas City Royals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All of the American League Championship Series, ladies and gentlemen, and Jeff, will be on TBS, which means that the National League Championship Series, whatever the outcome is, I believe would be on Fox Sports. It may not be on Fox Sports 1. We would have to check results for that. Now, getting back to the action for the National League. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Nationals have a 3-0 lead against the Giants. Nationals hold on. Game 4 will be tomorrow night in San Francisco, California. And after that game, it will be the Los Angeles Dodgers at the St. Louis Cardinals. Game 3. This series is evened up at 1 game apiece. It's been amazing since this National League Divisional Series started between the Dodgers and the Cardinals. Game 1, the Dodgers had a 6-2 lead, but the Cardinals exploded for 8 runs in the top half of the 7th inning Friday night to shock the Dodgers and beat them 10-9. Game 2, the Dodgers were able to get off to a 2-0 lead, but Matt Carpenter gave Dodger fans a little bit of heartache, but Matt Kemp got them on their feet after he hit a solo shot. And that's where we're at, even at 1 game apiece. Winner of this goes up 2-1. That's the update. Last update for Sports World Radio. Update was brought to you by KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. When we come back from the commercial break and update. More sports talk with Jeff and Sean. Be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. on the West, 6 p.m. on the East. And if you live in the Central,
Figure it out for yourself.
all right, Sean, where do you want to go next, my friend?
Back to the NFL. Skip Bayless came out again today, and he says, how about them Cowboys? Skippy was saying that Seattle should be scared.
Yeah, lots of luck with that, Skip. They win a game, and he gets all crazy. They get a 4-win game streak going, and he gets all crazy. Relax there, Skippy.
Jeff is so tired of Skip Bayless, he just wants to stick it in his face.
Relax there, Skippy.
That's what he said. Now we go to the NBA. The protesters gather outside the Cavaliers exhibition. Several dozen anti-Israel protesters, many of them waving Palestinian flags, gathered outside Quicken Loans Arena before the Cavaliers hosted, good luck with that name, holding signs that read, "Hold Israel accountable," and "Boycott Israel," as tensions are sure developing, especially with ISIS in the Middle East, even though we are really not, this is a sports show, we're not really talking too much about politics.
Yeah, you're going to get petitioners anytime you play a team like that. That's just the way it is. You know, what's going on in the political world, it's just the way it is. You know, now they're heading to Rio de Janeiro to play the Heat.
Yep.
You know? And the only reason why the Heat look so good, or not the Heat, Cleveland looks so good, is because they played a team from Jerusalem, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes. Come on.
Yeah, and you're going to see that throughout the NBA preseason with it being October. You're going to see teams go play in different cities, and you're going to see teams from foreign countries and players from their foreign countries play against NBA teams for fun.
Yeah, they do that every preseason.
Yep. The Chicago Bears, the next topic, Lamar Houston to fair weather fans, quote, eat dirt. How about this? Bears defensive end Lamar Houston wants unconditional support from the team's fans. Otherwise, you can eat dirt. At least that's the gist of what Houston posted to his Twitter account in the aftermath of Chicago's 31-24 loss to the Carolina Panthers on Sunday during a game in which the Bears at one point led 21-7.
Yeah,
and I
can't
can
believe
agree
the
with
Bears
that.
lost, man.
You know, there is a lot of people that hop on the wagon and decide to jump ship from one team to the next. That's Browning. That would mean you too, buddy. That would be you too, because you're not a fan of the Cavaliers and Heat. You are a LeBron follower.
That's right. A LeBron follower. I like that, Sean. That's what he is.
I
He's
conference
a LeBron
called
follower.
with Browning. I was kind of Skyping with him, and Browning had a jersey of a LeBron James number 6 Cavaliers jersey, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, too bad he's not wearing that number, you hump. He's wearing 23, you rat bastard.
He's got, I know, he's got it. Well, he wears it anyway. He'll be happy about LeBron coming back to Cleveland, because I saw that Cavs jersey and I was like, oh, good grief.
How long have you had that jersey?
He had to leave for WWE, but I hope you can ask him that, Jeff, the next time when we see him on either tomorrow or whenever.
What do you mean he had to leave for WWE? Don't start for another half hour.
He says, yeah, for a little bit, then going to a friend's house for the WWE Raw. That's what he was going to do tonight.
He is a bandwagon fan. He's a LeBron James fan. That's what he is.
He's not a fan of the Cavs or the Heat, and that's what he is. But this is a good topic here, because I have seen it a lot that people did that. I did it, which was a bad thing on my part, to hop from the Jets to the Patriots. I admit that, and that was stupid on my part. I'm done with that. But at least I admit it and learned that I won't do that ever again.
Yeah, but we don't ever let you let it down either for doing it.
You're just busting my chops. Houston added that those fans are the one, quote, the fans, the ones we need, before finishing with, the rest of you can eat dirt.
You know why, Double A, you know why you're not a basketball fan? Because the Philadelphia 76ers suck. If they were good, you'd be a basketball fan.
Well, Double A and I have had some great visits on Facebook Messenger, and we've talked about basketball history, and he was telling me about how great the 76ers were back in the days of Dr. J and Moses Malone, and when Billy Cunningham was coach.
Yeah, back in the day.
76ers.
And I can guarantee you he was a 76ers fan then.
Update in the Major League Baseball game right now. The Nationals have just hit a solo shot. They lead 4-0 against the Giants on MLB Network.
Let's go Nationals. MLB Network and Bud Selig, you blow donkey dick. For putting that game on the MLB Network, Bud Selig should be fired. Jackass.
Back to the NFL.
You got a baseball fan
the Dallas
here.
Cowboys.
You got
who
hold on,
know,
Sean.
They won their game yesterday in a lucky overtime win. Travel up to a place that's going to be very tough with one of the loudest fan bases in Seattle. That would be the Seahawks. Duh. There is no measuring stick than a road trip to face the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks, who have won 16 of their last 17 home games. Good luck, Dallas, with trying to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, I could care less. Sean, I'm sitting here talking about Bud Selig, and I'm not done, and you throw that in the middle? Come on, pay attention.
I know. I know.
Bud Selig should be fired immediately. I know he's resigning, but he should be fired immediately. You got millions and millions of baseball fans trying to watch a game, and guess what? They can't find it because you put the game on the MLB Network. You freaking moron. I can't stand him. And you want to know something, Sean?
What?
Dallas Cowboys might have a shot Sunday. And the only reason why I say that is because Seattle's playing tonight. By the time that game ends, it'll be over, 11:30 East Coast time?
Yeah.
Right? They'll be out of there 1:30, 2 o'clock on a plane East Coast time, which is 11 o'clock West Coast time. So they'll arrive probably about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning West Coast time, maybe 5. Go to bed, sleep all day Tuesday, go in Wednesday, right? Just to run tapes and start going. Thursday game plan, Friday maybe some drills, Saturday a walkthrough, game on Sunday. So they might, because it's a regular week for the Cowboys, but it's not a regular week for Seattle. But then again, Dallas has to travel anyway.
It's going to be tough for them anyway, with the fact that here Seahawks have won 16 of their last 17 home games, and Pete Carroll will have them ready for a big matchup. I don't think Dallas' chances are very good. I don't like their chances. It's going to be very tough on Sunday to beat Seattle. We'll see what happens for the 4-1 Cowboys. Oh, Josh said this. Change of subject, Jeff. Back to MLB. He said, I hope the World Series is not on Fox Sports 1. If that happens, Josh, let me tell you something, buddy. They put the World Series on Fox Sports 1.
That's where they're going to put it. That's where it's going.
Okay, that's where they're going to put it.
Where do you think
it would be
it's
so
going?
Shocking because I remember it was always on Fox Sports.
Where else is it going to go? NBC don't have it. CBS don't have it. Who has it? Fox has it. So Fox could put it on any one of their channels they want.
Yeah.
Right now they're moving everything towards Fox Sports 1. So that's where that game is going to be. So I'll probably end up watching the game on my channel 4. That's not even a freaking Fox channel.
Bud Selig, you've screwed everything up. Good Lord.
So I don't understand. You know?
He could probably say, he'll probably say after the year gets over, I'm MLB Commissioner Bud Selig, and I've done a sensational job. Thank you all for following me and for all your support.
You haven't done a sensational job. You've done a terrible job. You put a freaking ball game on in the middle of the afternoon when there's kids at school, people at work, and on the MLB network where only a quarter of the freak United States can watch it. You are the epitome of a jackass. I'm just saying. Hey, we're going to run to our final break of the day. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio, final segment of the show, folks. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure that out for yourself.
What do you got for me, buddy?
Back to what you were saying, Jeff. You
About
were
Bud
so
Selig?
fed up with Bud Selig. Josh, you made a good point on this topic, and the NBA is on 1 million networks. Shaking my head. Well, during the NBA playoffs, when the NBA playoffs began, I've been doing some research and kind of have figured this out. Since 2003, when NBA TV came out, the NBA has got it, Jeff, on ESPN, ESPN2, ABC, and TNT. We all know that we get those channels. But for people who do not have a satellite, NBA TV is another place where you can actually watch NBA basketball for people who don't even have it.
Yeah, but they put 90% of their NBA games on free TV.
Right.
Don't they?
Yep.
So come on. Hey, I got an idea, Major League Baseball. And I'll tell you something. All their playoff games, well, I can't say all of them because they do put some of them on NBA TV, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
A majority of their playoff games are all on either ESPN or TNT, correct?
Correct.
Or ABC. Free channels that come with your cable. So, come on. Otherwise, because NBA TV doesn't come with basic cable, does it?
No.
Exactly. So, and I don't watch it. I don't have any of the NBA TV, NFL, none of that stuff in the studio. So I got to watch all my games for free, or I go on the computer. And I'd be damned if I'm going to go on the computer and watch a freaking baseball game that should be on TV. Especially since it's the only baseball game on, and it's the playoffs. That game should be on TV, not Major League Baseball Network.
It's a joke, is what it is, and it's a mistake by the by baseball to do this for MLB.
You can run the game on MLB Network, but put it on a free channel too, because this is ridiculous.
Vince McMahon had a quote. This is what Josh said. It's all about money.
I know it's all about the money, but come on, man. What about the fans who can't afford it?
That's true.
Who are the real baseball fans? And you put a game on in the middle of the afternoon when you say baseball, we need more younger viewers. You put it on in the afternoon when the young viewers are at school. Really smart, Seelig. Really smart.
Adrian Foster, how about this? Comments on NFL's NFL scheduling of Thursday games. He goes, quote, he said, Houston, here's our next topic. Houston Texans running back Adrian Foster spoke out against the NFL's polarizing Thursday night package at his Monday press conference, calling the scheduling, quote, hypocritical as it relates to the league's emphasis on player safety.
Well, yeah, and not only that, we're getting an inferior product because the players don't have enough time to recuperate from the Sunday game, so they're not ready to play on Thursday. You're getting an inferior product. In the NFL, that's a joke.
A couple people tweeted about this. Good luck with trying to say. Tanya, good luck. Yeah, Thursday night football is annoying for players. I don't know one player who likes it. I don't know why. I don't know any fans who like it. Adrian Foster, the Texans. Brian T. Smith said this. Thursday night football is annoying for players. Said players hate it. NFL is just trying to generate revenue.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. And Josh, I agree with you. Major League Baseball should not treat these playoff games like pay-per-view events. They're not pay-per-view events. Put them on free TV, you jackass. Oh, Bud Selig. Oh, we're gonna skew towards our younger viewers because we need more younger viewers. Well, if you're saying that, then why are you putting a game on when your younger viewers are in school where they can't see the game?
When the kids are at school and you got kids who are going to college and doing their college coursework, and then they can't have a chance to watch the games.
He's
and
just
that's why I'm
contradicting
glad
himself.
to keep everybody updated on Sports World Radio on the game about the Nationals and Giants. When I saw that, I said, when I say this to Jeff, I was like saying, he's going to flip out when he realizes that the game is not on TV and he's looking all over for it.
Sean, he's contradicting himself. He says he wants to get more young viewers. We're going to skew the game towards young viewers. And meanwhile, he puts a game on when the kids are in school. And it's not even on TV. Way to go, bud. That's skewing towards the young viewers right there, you freaking jackass.
He's definitely a rat bastard candidate. There's no question about it. Double A goes, they charge enough for the seats to watch the game.
I can't believe it. When a sports fan like myself has to spend 20 to 30 minutes looking for a baseball game and finally realize it's not on TV, that's ridiculous, Bud Selig.
Well, here's more to this topic, Jeff, that we have kind of going from MLB games. Maybe they'll take a lesson, too, with NFL Network and stuff, too. But here we go. Ratings have also not tapered off significantly despite the early season blowouts. There has been a 56% increase in the overnight household share ratings from 2013 to 2014, thanks in large part to Thursday Night Football's move to Broadcast Network, which is the NFL Network. The player safety concern, however, is one that's far more important than the quality of games or even ratings.
And the quality of the game sucks.
It does.
It's not even good football. It sucks. The average margin of defeat is 29, where on Sunday and Monday it's only 12. What does that tell you? It tells you that the football sucks. Way to go, Bud Selig. You're screwing the game up.
It tells me another thing, that the NFL needs to make a big change and consider doing something, which is
get rid of the Thursday night games.
Get rid of the Thursday night game and just do Sunday and Monday, and then when it comes to playoff time around middle December, play a few Saturday games. That's the way I remember doing it.
They always play They always play the Saturday games, but they start the Thursday games at Thanksgiving. I'm okay with that, but don't have them all year long, man. You're killing the NFL. Killing it.
Yeah, and players are getting hurt, injuries. It's just getting to be too much because it seems like now 3 days is when they play it. Sunday, Monday, and then Thursday.
You're killing
3
it,
days,
man.
and that's just too much.
Well, actually, if you look at it, it goes Thursday, Sunday, and Monday.
Thursday, Sunday, Monday. And
starts
here's what
the week.
AA says. I mean, who could afford $2,000 per seat for a sporting event, World Series, for example, World Series, Super Bowl, NBA Finals.
I know.
Well, even drag that in there too, AA. And here's what Josh says. Everything and every company has a network now and are ditching basic cable television. Good point.
Well, you know what's going to happen? They're going to ditch basic cable television, and guess what? They're going to start losing in viewership. They're going to start losing viewership. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. They start putting all these old games on the MLB network and you can choose which game you want to watch, I ain't paying for it. Same thing with the NBA. I ain't paying for it. Same thing with the NFL. If they take all the games off regular TV and put it, I ain't paying for it. And make it a pay-per channel, screw you.
Josh says transitioning to digital and internet platform, Jeff?
Let me ask you a question. College football does that. You know that, right?
Yes.
They have games on certain channels that you could pay to see. Okay? College football is making money from that. Why isn't any of that money going to the students? They're the ones playing.
I have no idea.
They're the ones playing the game. This whole thing is all screwed up and it needs to be fixed. It's ridiculous.
Update on the game from the MLB network. Jeff is just fed up with Bud Selig because of this. The Giants have scored a run, so right now it's 4-1, bottom of the ninth, 1 on and 2 out.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think Giants are gonna win. I think the Nationals are gonna take this. And I don't get to see any of this game. Thank you very much, Bud Selig. And you want to know something? On that note, we're getting a flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. Sean and I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Nicholas, for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow for another fun-filled 2 hours of sports talk. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio. Later, bitches.
Goodbye.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.